Hey there everyone, Lingering Echoes brings to us quite a lot of user interface updates that we get to enjoy. So I'm going to take this video to run through everything so that you don't miss any one of them. Let's start off with the most obvious one that many of you would have seen, which is of course the operator menu screen. Let's take for instance that I go to Ebonhall's screen right now. So the first thing that many people would have noticed is the change in the leveling up. So now you can use this scroll wheel on the side to reach all the way to the level that you want, instead of just clicking on the materials. Well, if you want it to, say, use a certain material, you can still do so by just clicking over here. And I believe there is no limit right now. You can actually go above 40 tickets at a time, which is awesome. So by default, it will select the best material that you have, but if you don't want it to do so, you can still do this sort of holding down button and then let the level go all the way up to the one that you want. So this is an awesome feature that they've finally added. Downwards from the leveling system, we have the potentials. If you remember in the past, the class-specific tokens had this weird writing where apparently there's a probability chance of getting the potential to increase even when you use 4 tokens. It was pretty weird because in the past it was always written as 100% probability, as if there's a point where it could fail. Now they finally removed that from the game, so this causes less confusion when using those tokens. Then, at the same time, there is also an improvement in the visuals when you max out the potential of any of your operators. So let's use this opportunity to max out the potential of my Aka for you. And take a look at this. It looks beautiful. There's a nice sound effect and you can see the word max to tell you that you have increased your operator's potential all the way to its fullest. So this is really nice. It feels a little achieving in order to do something like this. Still on the same screen, we move on to the skills. Skills do look quite different this time. If you click on the left side, you'll be presented with all the skills quite nicely side by side like this. If you click on each of them, you have the description popping up one at a time. If you want to see all of them at once, you can click on the zoom button, which will show you this screen. Then, if you want to increase the skills, what you can now do is that you click on each of them, and then afterwards you just click on specialized skill. This will send you straight into your training room, where you can set the operator that you want, and then increase from here. If you go back, it will then bring you back to the last operator that you were looking at. So this is a pretty interesting way of setting the skills. Do also note that the way that you want to set default skills this time is by clicking on this button that says set as default. Then if you don't like that, you can change it back to something else. Just like that. Then at the same time, if you want to specialize a skill, instead of just clicking on this, like a 2-step process, you click on this and this, what you can now do is you click on the right side. It will immediately send you to your training room. The final change to this screen is on the bottom right. Now, if you want to look at the details of the branch, you simply click on the branch itself and this will pop up. You'll see the trait right below and then the modules as well. If you want to look at the modules detail, simply click on the modules details and they will be brought to here. Do note that some 6 stars have 2 modules instead of 1, and not all the 6 stars have their modules just yet. This will progressively be updated in the later updates of Arknights. Modules now also have level 3, so if you want to upgrade them after you've obtained their first level, you simply click on this arrow button, which will tell you the details as to what you need in order to increase and what talent will be improved on the site as well. Do also note that this screen allows you to drag down. You can find the details of the talent right below as well. Then if you click it away, and if you want to manage the modules just by itself, you can simply click on this and then scroll. Within this screen, you'll also find some new changes. The potentials of your operators are now shown more clearly. As you can see, they're right above the skill that you currently set as default. Then, if there are operators who have modules in the game, you will see that there is a little box. So if you have this box, it means that you have not attached any modules onto them just yet. If an operator does not have any box appearing, it means they've not received any modules. Then, if you have a module, it will be written on the side of the skill if you happen to attach them. Within this screen as well, you'll find one more new sorting option, which is Paradox Simulation. If you click on it, you'll be presented with the screen of all the operators who currently have their Paradox Simulation. Then, if you've cleared them, it will indicate for you that you've cleared them. If you've unlocked them but you've not cleared them, it will also have an indication. If you haven't E2'd them so that you can get their Paradox Simulation, you will see that it will indicate it as locked. There is a little change that some of you might miss within your profile page. If you look into the Support Unit tab, you will see that it appears differently this time. You can click on the rotation button to change the operators that you want to set as your support unit. Then, if you want to change their skills, you simply need to click on the skill itself, and then you can set it accordingly. If your operators happen to have a module, you can choose to attach them or detach them right over here as well. And then you will also see the details of the potentials appearing more clearly. You will also find that the support unit page looks pretty different. If you come into here right now, you'll see who are your friends, and then the blue color ones being your non-friends. Then, at the same time, you'll also see if they have a module that's attached, what skill they have set, the potentials of their operators, all in one. If you want to see the details of the operators, you can simply click on the magnifying glass, and then look at the changes within the talents or the stats of the operators. If you want to refresh the support unit, just click on the top right, and it's still the same as you remember. When looking at the squad selection, you can also find better details when looking at your operators. Take for instance, we click on Golden Glow. Now, instead of just the skills appearing on the left, you can also click on branch and you'll see all the details of their branch and their talents much more clearly. The same change can also be found within the in-game battle. Take for instance that I've clicked on Mountain. In the past, you can only see the skill details and the trait on the side, but now they've also added the talent tab, which is very nice for you to better understand the operators that you're using. When you've completed a battle, you're also presented with a new results screen, whereby the featured operator takes up more of the screen, and then you have the rewards shown on the bottom left, which is pretty neat. The last change to note is within the combat terminal. Now, this tab doesn't say Annihilation anymore, but instead, it's called Regular Task, because these are the ones that rotates every few days, and we have to do it to collect our random, or if not, some of the module materials. So within here, you'll see the Annihilation on the left and the Stationary Security Service on the right. If not, that is every single UI change that's named within this update. I hope that you guys will enjoy the fresh new stuff that's added, and if not, I shall see you in more of my videos. Alright, take care, bye bye.